9:20, welcome back. So answer this question for me. Do you and your spouse argue about money and the spending habits of your household? Well, financials can tear couples apart. Craig Bolanos from Wealth Management has some advice, though, to make money management a two-way street between husband and wife. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Hey, great to be back on Fox.
Good,
Thanks.
good. All right, so if you're in one of these relationships where you're like, man, our finances are really dragging us down, they're causing a lot of stress in our house, you're not alone, right? I mean, you see this a lot.
Everybody is in this position. I mean, money is the great divide between couples these days, and we got to find some ways to bring it under control.
Okay, so you've got, I think, like 5 tips for us. So we're going to start with know exactly what you make. And on that point, also know what your spouse makes, correct?
I think, yeah, it's all about awareness. It's about communication. And somewhere along the way, budgeting got this terrible rap. And I don't know why that occurred. But if you don't budget, then how do you know what you make? How do you know what you spend? And budgeting is really about telling your money where to go, as opposed to wondering where it all went after the fact.
And what about those couples who keep separate bank accounts?
Separate bank accounts. You know, here's what I think. You can have separate bank accounts, but there has to be at least one common denominator of a joint account, because if all the finances are separate, that's telling something deep and dark beneath the surface. There's got to be trust, there's got to be open and communication.
Something to be addressed there. All right, tip 2, set goals with good strategies. What do you mean by good?
Well, I think by good it's this. You know, it's not enough to say here's where we want to be in 5 months, here's where we want to be in 5 years. We've got to address the why behind it. Why are we working towards this goal? And I promise that if you put it in writing, it has a much higher incidence of coming true than if it's just talked about verbally.
Whether it's a vacation or putting away for your children's college finances, whatever it is.
Yes,
you're more likely
or
to stick
retirement.
To it. Gotcha.
You know, and couples are so different. Men and women are different. I think men today still define themselves through wealth, while women really look at money as security. And I think opposites do attract.
And not just create a budget, but create a better budget.
Yes, you know, and today there are so many online tools, right? I mean, whether you use Mint, whether you just use an Excel spreadsheet, whether you go to everydollar.com, there's so many online tools you can use to really harness the power of the internet and technology to get more in touch with your finances.
And you just rolled that in to track your spending, so we'll skip to tip 5, build that safety net.
Yeah, build that safety net. You know, I think America needs to have this emergency reserve. And it's money, though, that can't be in the sock drawer. I mean, when I say an emergency reserve, I mean, this should be money that's almost behind a pane of glass that says, do not break.
Hands off.
Exactly. Hands off. Do not break in case of unless there's an emergency.
Gotcha. Great
That's where
tips
we need
from
to
you,
be.
Craig. What's a website people can go to get some more
I want you to go to investwithwmg.com. That's investwithwmg.com.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Come back and see us.